Hey guys, it's me, Crafty Kathy. First of all, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And guys, I want to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that little bell. It's a little red button that says subscribe. Hit that button, and beside it, a bell will pop up, and when you hit that bell, a little drop-down menu will say all. And if you click all, YouTube's going to let you know every single time that I upload a video, so you'll get to see me and spend time with me every time that I upload. So, without further ado, I'm just going to jump in and show you the few things that I found. I didn't find a whole lot of stuff on my haul because most of it was stuff that I already had. But the few things that I did want to show y'all are things that I've only seen a couple other crafters find. So that's what I was excited about. And ignore the way I look today. I'm in jogging pants and we're going for comfort today, not beauty. So this was probably, to me, the coolest thing that I found. Have you guys seen these? I've only seen one other person find these, and they're the cookie jars. And look at the size of this. It's like the size of my head. It's a really good size cookie jar. Of course, it's plastic from Dollar Tree, but I was really excited to find that. By the way, I have a very special friend who's looking for a candy dish. Actually, they call it a trifle or a truffle dish. Do you guys remember, and they're out all the time, you know those dishes at Dollar Tree that looks like that you would put a truffle in? They're about this tall and it's round. It's not very big, but it's round. It's got a little bottom on it that goes down like a cup almost. That's what I'm looking for. Not that, not exactly that. What I'm looking for is you make the Dollar Tree lanterns or like little lamp posts that everybody on Facebook is making right now. So we're in mad search for these. It's a candy dish, I guess essentially you could call it. Let me show you my next piece because it really looks a lot like this piece. I found this at Dollar Tree and I almost passed it by because I thought, what am I going to do with that? But I thought this would be really cute to maybe fill up with sand and put a little votive candle in there. And it's got a reindeer on it. And I'm crazy about reindeer. Now, another reason why I went ahead and pulled this out while I'm talking about that little candy dish thing that I'm looking for is the candy dish thing that I'm looking for looks almost like this. The top is shaped very similar and it goes down. It doesn't have a reindeer on it. It's just a regular bottom and it comes down like their cups do. So if you turn your reindeer around where you can't really see him, it almost looks like this. It's even the same size as this, I believe. But it has a top on it. If any of y'all find those, let me know in the comments below or on Instagram, email, whatever. But the quickest way to get me is normally on Instagram. So let me know if y'all find one of those. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be really fast today, believe it or not, because I want to show y'all my Christmas present. All right. I got some of these. These are 36 berries. And a lot of times I buy those picks at Walmart for the berries. But here's 36. Or you can get the frosted ones. And there's 16 of those. But the frosted ones are bigger. And they're already frosted. Which they're pretty and all. But I like these better because I like to do my own thing with it. My own frosting or whatever. I found this ribbon, which I thought was really pretty because a lot of times some of the Dollar Tree ribbons looks tacky and cheap. I'm just going to say it because around the edge right there, they put that old like metallic-y looking something to draw attention to it, and it doesn't even have to be there. But this one is really pretty, and it looks to me like I would never think that came from the Dollar Tree. I think it's really pretty. Now, I know these have been out forever, but I've actually found these, and I just got one because I didn't know what else to do with it besides maybe put it in the background of a picture. But can you imagine how pretty this will be when you run your paint over it? It's going to be gorgeous. And let's see, what else did I get? In this bag, there's only one more thing. This is a gift box, and it says Winter Wishes, and I think that's so pretty, and look how big that is. To me, it's a coat box, but it says gift box. But I think it's super beautiful. I'm really, really into reindeer. Like, if there's one thing, of course, besides the baby Jesus at Christmas time that I absolutely love in my decor, it's reindeer. I like snowmen too, but I'm a reindeer girl. Okay, and I thought these were cute. These are just some of those little window clings. I get those for Case and my grandson because he just absolutely loves those things and he goes crazy over them. And then I found these little stir sticks. I couldn't find these last year. The little stir spoons that you put in your hot chocolate and stir it and it dissolves. And I did find one ornament that I've never seen before. I've never seen this ornament before. You guys let me know if you've seen this reindeer before. I'm not crazy about the iridescent thing or even the glitter, but we can work with that. I want to paint this white, and I think that would be so pretty. I'm going to have to turn my camera around because I'm used to having the little camera on that side, so I keep looking over there and you guys probably think I'm nuts. Okay, one more thing that I found there. I found these houses, and I've never seen these before. There's two different styles. All Hearts Come Home for Christmas and Home for the Holidays. I think these are beautiful. I got more of these white ones because I figured it would be easier to cover up because it's a house shape, and look at the size of that. That's a great size. I'm really excited about doing something with that. I found one of the little wood snow globes. Merry Christmas. Oh, and I absolutely thought this was beautiful. I love the shape of this, first of all. And y'all remember I told you I've been into the stitching around everything lately. And what I really got it for was this metal word that says hope. I want to be able to pop that off there without destroying it. And I hope I can do that. But look how pretty. And then use this just for the shape for some other, picture. Okay. And that was all from Dollar Tree. Yes, and I did want to show y'all, I stopped at Sam's Club, y'all, and they had, just in case any of y'all, like, I know my mother, every Christmas she goes and gets a bunch of pecans. Okay, they had 2 pounds of pecans for $10.48. And if you buy pecans at Christmas time, you know how expensive they are. They're like, for 2 cups, it's like $5. For a little bitty teeny weeny nothing, 2 cups of them, So this was 2 bags. It's a big size for like $10. I mean, a big old bag too, big bag. And let's see, I think that's all. So I'll be right back because I'm going to get the camera turned around so I can show you my Christmas present. All right, guys, I am back. My Christmas present is something that I've been wanting for a really, really long time. And I'm so super excited that I finally got one. My husband and I have an understanding. So it's not crazy that I have my Christmas presents early, okay? Listen. My husband and I have this understanding. We don't buy each other Christmas presents as long as our kids are taken care of. And they don't get any big thing either. Just a couple little things. But if we see something that we want, pretty much any time, where it doesn't have to be Christmas, we get it for ourselves as long as we have the money to get it and it's not going to cause any kind of financial burden or whatever. We do that. It's just a unsaid respect. So it's not weird that I have my Christmas present early, okay? And I've wanted it forever. I've needed it here at Christmas time because we're going to use it on my crafting channel probably a lot. And so I want to introduce you guys to my sublimation machine. What you think about that? It's an EcoTank 3760. Okay, I'm going to make this really short and sweet and break it down in kind of everyday stuff, because before I got the sublimation machine, I was so scared that it was going to be hard. It's actually the exact opposite. But there's something that you must remember, because I messed up a machine by doing this yesterday. Had to take it back to the store, swap it for this one. So this is actually about the 4th time that I've tried to get this video, and I kept having just whatever happen, okay? But yesterday I did this whole video that we're doing right now. That's why I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. And I put the ink in this that came with this machine. You don't do that. You have to use sublimation ink. And once it's a sublimation printer, it's always going to be a sublimation printer until the day it dies. It'll never go back. But I am lucky and blessed because Hippo, you remember the company Hippo? The company that I do I do the water slide decals all the time. I love them. Okay, Hippo sent me, I'll show you in just a second. But they sent me the paper that goes with this and the dye, or the bottles of dye that goes in this. So, to get started on sublimation, you're going to need your sublimation machine, whatever machine it may be. You're going to need your paper, your sublimation paper, and you're going to need your ink, your sublimation ink. Now, I'm going to be using Hippo, and that's the only kind that I'll ever use in mine, because number one, I'm very loyal to Hippo because they have been good to me. They sent me the water slide decals, and now they've sent me the paper and stuff for this, and their quality is unmatched, if you ask me. And why ever change anything? If you know that something works, stick with it. You know, I'm not one that changes up stuff often anyways. If I know something works, I'm going to be loyal to that because I know that works, so why try anything else? Make a long story short, this one is the 3760. Now, I've noticed that Epson has 3 different numbers, if this makes any sense at the first. Mine is a 3760. There's also a 2760, and there's in the 4s, 4760 maybe. I'm not sure that there's the 4760, but I know it goes in tiers. 2 is the cheapest, 3 is in the middle, and then there's the 4s. And then there's other brands. There's not just Epson, but I found that from this, mine's kind of middle ground, which I find comforting because I've heard on the reviews and stuff that this one has really good graphics and bright and everything. And by using that Hippo paper, I know it's going to be good, so I'm not going to worry about it. But you must remember, yesterday, I did this video we're doing right now. I opened this up, showed it to you guys. I was so proud, and I was like, I wasn't even thinking about the Hippo ink. And I just stuck the ink that comes with this. You don't do that. Don't ever do that. So it was the wrong stuff. It was for a regular printer, whereas we're not doing regular printer. We're doing sublimation. So we're going to, right now, this is a brand new untouched machine. So we're going to put our bottles of sublimation ink inside of it, and we're going to get it to working. I'm going to show you a little bit about my machine. I'm getting to know it well. And the instructions, I find are very easy. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're so easy. It says to unpack it and take all the tape off of it. So it has a boo-hoo coodle of tape on it. I'm just going to let you know. And I'm about to move the camera down so that you can see me a little bit better and see what's going on here. Let me just scoot this angle down some so that you can see. I have my printer. Here's the front of it. I have it sitting on this little small desktop. I'm sorry, I know that's like nails on the chalkboard. I have it sitting on this small little desktop. And so, yeah, this is where some of your paper is going to go, but you can also close that if you're not using it at the time. So let me open this part back up because I need to get this tape off. Because it was very important, it is very important to get all this tape off of here. Okay, this side is down still. Now we can lift this up. Now, the inside of my machine is super nice. I'm really excited about this machine. I'm excited about showing you guys some DIYs with this machine. See, that's why I got it early too. And opened and let you guys see this, because Christmas is the perfect time to be making these beautiful like blankets for people, wood rounds for people, shirts, you know, the Sublimation shirts that are super popular right now. I'm going to flash a picture across the screen and you'll be like, oh, that's Sublimation. It's the shirts that everyone's wearing, and they charge like $25 a piece for the shirts. So if you get a Sublimation machine, you can start your own little business or on the side, whatever, sell shirts, sell tumblers, mouse pads. You know, it does say that Sublimation does better on polyester material. So if you're doing like a shirt, it has to be a certain percentage polyester. And I'm thinking it's like 55 or 60% polyester, which is not a crazy amount. So the shirt's going to be comfy. So yeah, here's my machine. And see, it's small and compact. It's very light. It's not heavy. And the first thing we're going to do is put our Sublimation ink in. So the instructions are very, very simple. Number 1 says to unpack it and take the tape off, which we did. Number 2 tells us to fill the tanks with Sublimation ink. And I'm using Hippo, of course, because like I said, I won't use anything different. Only Hippo. To put your ink in, you open this up, very simple, flip it back. And it's very self-explanatory. It's got black, blue, pink, yellow. You can't mess this part up. It shows right here, black, blue, pink, yellow. And it matches with the exact same thing on here. It shows you where to put each bottle. So what you do is you take the top off of your ink. It goes right down in there like so. And this is what's cool, is you're going to watch your ink filling up in the tank. And I know you guys can see it or start to see it. Savvy, stop moving the thing. For some reason, when this tripod, it's very skinny and he tries to sit up against it. This room is a big open room. He can sit anywhere in here he wants, but he tries to sit up against a tripod that's this big around. It's not going to hold him up. I don't know why he does that. Okay, draw your attention down here, guys. Do you see this one? This is my black one. Look at that. You see it filling up? It's about halfway full right now. Isn't that cool? So I'm not going to sit here and wait because it takes about 2 minutes, I guess, approximately for each one to fill up, and I don't want for you guys to be bored. Our next color is blue. It's actually a C, and it says cyan. So we're going to do our blue, and we put it in the blue port. You kind of push down. It's got like a little dauber kind of top. Do you know what I mean? Like we used to play bingo. And you just kind of push it down, leave it be, and it's filling up. If you'll draw your attention right here on the second one, you can probably see from there that it's filling up. Let's see. You see that? It's filling up. And so when this one fills up, we're going to move on to our pink. Our next color is going to be the pink or magenta, and it's got the M, which it also has it here on the front. All right, guys, our last color is going to be the yellow, and it goes in the last little loop there. And we're letting her fill up. I'm really impatient and I probably should not do this, but I'm giving it just a sweet little tug, just very lightly. And I noticed it's coming up quicker. Can you see my colors filled up? We got black, blue, pink, and now we got yellow. Now I noticed in these Hippo bottles, there's just a little bitty bit left over. When I get finished filling it up, there's this much left in my bottle, okay? I'm just going to put the top back on it because it's sealed and I'm assuming that it's going to be fine. I'm going to stick it back in there, okay? So now we've got our ink in, guys. Let's close our ports and let's move to our next step. Our next step tells us to load the paper. And once again, I want to thank Hippo for sending me the paper. And it says to load the paper with the glossy or printable side down. But you put your shiny side down. You have a side that looks like it's almost pink. You probably can't see that, but there's a pink hue to the paper. Then on the other side, it's just white, okay? The step after that tells us to connect the fax line, which I don't have a fax line, so I can skip that step. The next one says to install my software. An internet connection is required to obtain the product software. Okay, and then it says to follow the instructions on this computer screen, and to plug it up. So we're going to plug this end up. This is the cord that came with it. I plug it up, and very easily in the back, it plugs right in there. Okay? And then it says to hold this button down to start. This is so easy. And then this screen, and watch this screen, y'all. The screen moves up for you. Not that, you know, but I mean, it helps the glare of things. And I'm one to talk because of these glasses, and I'm probably glaring y'all to death. But look at this. It runs you right through it. It asks, what language do you want to speak? English. And it says processing. And from here, it takes me step by step through everything I have to do. It sets me up on the internet. And once you're set up on your internet, you're good to go. You just need to know your network connection, which your network connection is, if you look on your phone or whatever, it's what always shows up that you hook onto. Very easy. And it popped up anyway saying, is this your internet connection? And I hit yes, and it said, what's your password? And I put in my password. That simple. All right. See the start here sheet to complete your initialization, and you hit OK. Now, these ink tanks are in. Everything's good there, but they have to be charged, and that takes about 10 minutes, and this screen runs you right through that. Fill the tanks with ink and hold this question mark for 3 seconds. We filled them with ink, so 1, 2, 3. And it'll say, confirm that the tanks are filled. Yes, they are. And you'll hear a noise, and it's charging. Beautiful sound. It's charging our ink. So, it takes about 10 minutes to charge this ink, and I'll be right back with our next step, which our very next step is just hook it up to my internet, and we're done. We're ready to sublimate. It's that easy. And guys, you really need to use Hippo. And I'm not saying this just because they sent me the paper. Yes, they've sent me the paper. But you guys know me enough to know that I would tell you if I think a product is iffy or not. They send us the products, and most places say, we want your honest opinion. We want your review on what you think about our product. Okay? I will use nothing else but Hippo because I know that the water slide decal that I have used before is top notch. You can't get any better than that. And by the way, It's Christmas time. A lot of people want cutting machines like Cricut. If for some reason you're like, you know what, I don't want to spend that money on a Cricut, get you some of that water slide decal paper. You can take any picture off of the internet, just like everybody was loving that snowman picture that I had on one of my thumbnails. So I took that picture and we made it a water slide decal, and I put it on that little sled, and everybody was going crazy. And it was just a picture off of the internet that everybody loved. You can take any picture and boom, make it a water slide decal. You can make it as big or little as you want. And so that's a good option if you don't want or can't afford a cutting machine right now. And guys, this is a super option. Like I said, you can make your blankets, you can make pillows, like your throw pillows for your couch. You can make mouse pads, shirts. You can do everything with sublimation and it looks beautiful. So let's let this charge and we'll be right back. All right, we're back and it has finished charging everything. So our next step, it says to load your paper in, which we've already done that, and hit print, and it will tell us if we're aligned correctly. It's aligning the heads on here. I'm back, and now we're just going to hook up to the internet and we'll be ready to sublimate. Now, I'm not going to sublimate anything in this video because it's going to be too long if I do, but in my very next video, we're going to do at least one Christmas craft that will be with sublimation so I can show you guys what this puppy can do. So it just asked me, is this your network? And yes, it is my network. So it wants my password. And you just hit OK. Start setup. And it's setting me up. And I am ready to sublimate. It's that easy. Guys, if you stuck with me to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking with me. You know I love you guys. And I'm very appreciative. And I'm so happy I got my own sublimation machine. I've been wanting it forever. All right. So, I love you guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. It helps for YouTube to notice me more. And also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. Bye. All right, guys. I'm back. And my Christmas present, I don't want y'all looking at this just yet.